as you are walking, at one point, like the crowd becomes quite dense, and you lose sight of him. Like Mr. Clippy kind of vanishes into the crowd as you're continuing to follow him. What do you guys do?
Is Nick's gonna throw the bird?
I was about to say, Remy absolutely looks at Starlight like, I mean, come on, like, the air. Come on. Like, dude. Like, looks at Starlight, looks at Starlight's wings, looks back at Starlight like, come on. Now's your time to shine.
I guess I'll try to do is, I guess, start a video call so they can see what I see on the, like, as far as like the ground perspective, and then
I'll throw the bird.
I was gonna say soar gracefully into the air, but that works.
Yeah, absolutely. You activate your Chris Core, which I picture almost most of the time as being like a pendant that you wear around your chest that projects a illusory like image kind of up in front of you, like almost like a screen, as opposed to an Ioun stone, which kind of orbits around you and instead projects a screen like wherever it's at orbiting you. So with this stone or with the Chris Core activated and showing like all these with you all linked together, Nyx, you throw Starlight just into the air. Your incredibly strong construct body giving Nyx just a huge amount of lift, and she goes soaring super high. Do you shift to normal size in this moment, Starlight?
Now I'll probably best not to be caught trailing him, so probably staying in normal form for now.
Sure, yeah. You stay pitch black and with the regular kind of starlight background as opposed to the ascendant nebula that shines through when you do take on your energized form. Staying in like black on black as you travel across the starry sky, right? You fly like over the crowds, taking a look. You are watching, and as you see the crowds moving through, or as you see the throng of the crowd moving, you have very sharp eyes, and there is a moment where you are watching the pattern of the crowd, and you pick something out that I don't think others would have. You see that the crowd is flowing in a certain way, but there is almost like a river or a stream, but there is like a ripple in that river or stream that doesn't have a source, that doesn't have a projection point that it is starting from. And you recognize that there is an invisible person moving through the crowd, and you see, like, you can just about make out where they are based on the this disturbance. And you see it move through this main crowded walkway, and then kind of out towards a side alleyway, at which point the ripple stops as it exits like this kind of main throng.
Oh, you know I'm going to that alley.
Oh yeah, absolutely. As you flit past, do you use your time powers to like kind of slow things down to give yourself more time as you're kind of moving?
Oh, that's risky, but I'm gonna do it.
Well, I'm gonna say as well, because I know that you as the Nova, you've got burns and things of the like. Now, if you're not using like any of your burns to like do a specific thing, I don't think that you necessarily need to roll inherently. If you're just like doing like a little bit of time magic to make yourself move faster or like make flying easier, I think that's fine. But like if you're not like intentionally charging up your powers, right?
Right. I'll slow down time a little as a treat.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you give yourself just a little bit of extra time. slowing kind of reality as you push forward. And as you do so, like you make your way to the alley, like kind of flitting up and above, like darting down through like the tops of the alley, trying to get a visual. And I think there is a moment where you see the form of Mr. Clippy like lean down, kind of positioning, like interacting with a kind of like a stack of boxes that have kind of been stacked up in this alleyway. You recognize that like there's like a lot of trash here as well as in downtown in general. As you are kind of like moving about, and it seems like it looks like Mr. Clippy is like interacting with a piece of trash. But as you swoop down into the alley, like on high, Mr. Clippy immediately spots you, and he gasps, and you see him just immediately stand upright and sprint and start to run away.
Ooh. Any chance I could grab the trash he was interacting with before giving chase? Kind of like do a 180, like a flyby and then pursue.
If you flit by the trash, it's not going to be recognizable. Like it just looks like a pile of garbage to you.
Just a piece of refuse.
Confound my my lab-oriented ways and not being able to see trash for what it truly is. I'm gonna give chase.
All right, excellent. Yeah, absolutely. You flit past the trash, like just trying to look in and see what Mr. Clippy was interacting with, but it's like it just looks like a pile of garbage as you fly by it. Like it's the machinations of the trash are indecipherable to you as you go by, and you see Mr. Clippy, like he's got a good like 30-40 feet on you as he dips out of the alleyway back into a crowded way, and you see less see him and more sense him turn invisible once more and like disappear into the throng, like watching as it kind of ripples outward, the invisible presence kind of being buffeted by the people. So Starlight is continuing to give chase. What is the rest of the party doing as they see kind of Starlight fly off?
So Starlight is like projecting this, right? Like in a FaceTime like call, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna say that Lola did run off about 20 yards before realizing that Remy was not chasing her, and saw him in the distance, and has been running, trying to catch up with them, and has been watching this like in front of her while she's running after them, of who they're following. And then she finally catches up with them, and she's just like catching her breath, and she's like, "Why are we following something?"
No time to explain. Looks like we got a runner.
Oh, well, I'm already a runner. And she starts kind of moving her way through the crowd.
Yeah, absolutely. Are you just like chasing after where you see Starlight flying towards?
Yeah, I mean, is this a way I can use, like, I don't know if this is even possible. I think it might be too vague, but anything I could use echolocation for?
I would say yes. I would say, yeah, you can use echolocation for this. However, if it's with the crowd of people like this, like picking out a single individual who's invisible amongst them would be very difficult. So I would say this would be like an unleashing of your powers moment, I think.
Okay. Cool. All right, let's do this. 11.
Very nice. Yeah. What does it look like as Banshee echolocates the location of Mr. Clippy?
So she runs into the crowd, and I think that kind of in harmony with Starlight's like slowing time down skills, ends up using that to her advantage to kind of like do like this like kind of psychic aural like burst that kind of pushes everyone away, and she focuses on the certain kind of the sound that like a person who was hiding would make, and focuses it on that and tries to find it by the sound that's bouncing off the buildings through the people and back to the target.
Yeah, you send off this kind of like chirp, which just like echoes about the location, the area, bouncing off the people, the buildings, and you are able to like the vibrations that return to you of Mr. Clippy are obvious to you as you have done this before. Like, I feel like this is probably a thing that Lola does kind of all the time, just in order to be able to like get people's reads and stuff, right?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, so you know what you're looking for, and that helps in this moment of finding this invisible target, and you are able to chase along with Starlight into the alleyway and then out past it, if you would like.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you continue to give chase. Fantastic. Remy and Nyx, what are you two doing?
Go ahead, Remy.
Remy is going to turn to Nyx and ask, can you make like a wall just like ahead of where Starlight is, so that we can stop Mr. Clippy from going any farther?
I'd have to get over there. He's running pretty far.
You want me to throw you?
Yeah, throw me.
Let's go.
I just imagine Nyx like holding his hands up, asking for uppies.
Remy just absolutely picks Nyx up by the waist and just flings him in the direction that Starlight is flying.
Amazing. Yeah, this very like Remy is like a fairly petite individual, right? Like she's not like right. She's
her strength is very unassuming. So yeah, like even though she does have like like decent tone, she's not overly muscular. So anytime like you see her like do just like a feat of strength, it's very like off-putting because you're like, wait, what?
So this individual picks up a several pound robot and just like they're lifting a toy and just by the leg flings Nyx through the air end over end. Nyx, you go soaring, just tumbling through the air. Starlight, you see this kind of happen. You are like dead on the money, like so focused and like hyper vigilant about Mr. Clippy and following the disturbance through the crowd that even though you are utilizing your slow motion abilities, it is only at the last few moments that you even like realize that Nyx is coming flipping in from out of screen. What do you do?
Is Nyx on course to hit me?
Not on course to hit you necessarily, but he is kind of like he is quickly he has been basically flung towards a crowd of people.
And he normally can't fly.
Right. It's not graceful either.
Oh, so he might hurt her. Do I really care about hurting the innocent? I guess it would be a bad look for us if innocent people got hurt.
Just immediately like an angel and a devil Starlight have like appeared on her shoulder, and they're both wearing corporate Bellowing Mountains branding.
Exactly. It would be bad for our brand. I think she's gonna try, as much as this gives away her position a bit, or or reveals her hand a little bit. I think she would try and do like a little, little owl call to like get people to scatter a little bit, to kind of warn them of Nick's about to barrel down on them.
Here comes the baby.
Gotcha.
Or guess shouting "Look out" would also suffice.
No, absolutely. I'm just trying to figure out which ability I want to transition this to, or how I want to interpret this. So I think I'm going to go with provoke someone. So I'm going to say that these people are susceptible to your words because you're like a big shot for the school, and these are just like regular downtown folks. So go ahead and roll provoke someone. So roll plus superior.
Oh, I have a whole 0. We'll see what happens. That's a miss.
Yeah.
You hate to see it.
I rolled nothing but misses.
Yeah, the hooting is. Get gone.
I was going to ask if every time we missed, we mark for potential, right?
Yes, every time that you have missed a roll here, make sure you're marking potential. Which is basically like experience.
Uh-huh.
So that would leave Nyx with 1, 2, 3. Starlight with 1, 2.
Remy has 1 because of her interaction with Nyx.
I fail very often.
Well, no, but for me, it was interacting with
Oh, right, and you did what they asked, right?
Yeah.
Good catch, excellent. So yeah,
Pro bono rules lawyer.
Starlight, you let out a hoot of warning. However, you realize that most of these folks, they don't hail from the Bellowing Mountains Regency, and what you clearly a hoot of dire warning and and to get out of the way, the people just kind of look around and go, is there an owl about? At which point Nyx just goes tumbling in and they all get knocked over like a fucking bunch of bowling pins.
Well, I have a ability, mind of their own. My powers evolve and change when I'm faced with an obstacle. And I gain a new power for the situation, and then lose it once the threat is over.
Okay.
Can I like in this moment? Could like I have tried to unleash this power? Maybe like for a moment, my suit gets like jetpacks or like jet boosters, so that I don't slam directly into all these people.
Yeah, I love that. What's the role for it?
Unleash power.
Do it.
Full hit.
Hey!
Hell yeah! Go ahead and describe what it looks like as you manifest this.
So in this moment, and I think like hearing the hoot and knowing exactly what that hoot of distress meant, Nyx looks like about to crash into these people, and for a moment, maybe just there's a vision of seeing themselves crash and like explode into all these people, and the suit that's around them just changes and blasts them up into the air so that they can fly and possibly see this person that's still running.
Hell yeah! You get launched into the air. I'm gonna say, like, I think that there is like enough people that can see it at this point that like people are kind of like there's a bit of a commotion happening, and people are kind of like actively just sensing, even though they're invisible. Mr. Clippy's invisible. He is like he it seems like he is being sensed, and the crowd is departing or is parting for him. At which point Mr. Clippy goes, like he goes. You can clearly hear him say "damn," and he returns to visibility. At which point he goes, "Well, let's see how you handle this." And you see him like turn a dial on his arm. At which point, like 5 Mr. Clippies appear, and they all run off in different directions.
Ooh. I want to I want to unleash my powers. I want to stop all the Clippies from running off. But then again, Nyx could also put up a barrier or a wall.
I could try.
Y'all could work together.
We could work together.
together.
Let's work together.
And
Let's
I'm
work.
also there.
Oh, you're
Lola.
also here.
Lola, blast him.
She can totally blast them.
Wait,
she
okay,
can-
wait, okay. If I make like if I land kind of well if I'm in the air kind of flying. If I create a satellite dish essentially and Lola screams into it, could my dear owl friend stop them so they all get blasted by it in somewhere?
Ooh.
Sure. If I'm gonna say if all 3 of you make unleash your power rolls.
I have another idea too. So Lola can, using the like high pitched sounds, do like elemental sonic manipulation. So she could attempt to push back or pull in with wind the real Mr. Clippy. Also, are the extra ones, are they illusions or are they just like hard copies?
It's hard to tell. They look very realistic as they're kind of sprinting off.
'Cause I can try to use echolocation again.
Whatever they are, oh yeah, because you would need to send out another chirp, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Whatever they are, they look fairly realistic, right? Like, I would say without the echolocation, hard to tell.
Okay.
Do we want to team up and see how it goes?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, all 3 of you go ahead and roll unleash your powers.
How?
Make sure you're marking this experience if you're missing.
Oh god.
Oh, hey.
We got 1 full hit. We have a hit.
So a miss, a full hit, and a hit.
Is there a way that I can support Starlight?
You are on the crystal core call with her, right? So
Yeah.
okay, so you can also do it like that too if you're not close.
That's true. I would say that you could, I believe, support somebody would work in this moment. You could, for example, shift one of their labels. You could shift Freak up. Oh, or you could have Starlight use. They only miss by 1. You could have Starlight use a point from the team pool of which you have 3, or of which you have 2. You would just have to describe how Remy helps and uses that team point, right?
Well, because I'm looking and I get a +1 to any roll that impresses your love or frustrates your rival. And Remy would probably just yell into the crystal, "Hey, Bird for Brains, get your head in the fucking game!"
Hell yeah! And Remy is your rival, right?
Yes, Remy, Starlight is my rival. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yes, Starlight is your rival. Apologies. Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and roll that. I believe it was plus mundane. Yeah, plus mundane +1.
which is hilarious because I have a -1 to mundane, so this is just going to wash out.
And don't you have influence over them, right?
I do.
So you get +1 as well because of that too. So you do get +1.
That's a mess.
Ooh.
Ugh.
So okay, so on a miss, what do you think that this like? What is your reaction to this, Starlight? Like, how do you think this comes across to you on this miss?
I think Starlight gets a little haughty about it. Like, I I'm the only person allowed to make bird puns over here. I find that very offensive. Also, I'm doing my best. Thank you very much.
Do better than your best.
I didn't eat my Wheaties this morning. Leave me alone.
Do it. Do better than your best. Do it right now.
I think I'm going to charge up my powers at this point if I can. But
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, please don't miss. Please
Which-
don't miss.
Which flare do you charge?
Well, I'm just gonna charge up in general, and then if I hit, I hold 3 burn, 7 to 9 market condition, miss mark, or hold 2 burn mark 3 conditions. So I might be revving up to move or to snatch something, but I don't know yet. I just want to have power, like, get ready to do something in this moment because I definitely done a goof.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if you charge up.
Oh, I just mark a condition. All right, I guess I'm gonna. Do I have to? Do I choose or do I have to roll? Like,
Which condition you mark?
yeah.
No, it's your choice. So narratively, what do you think makes the most sense? Probably maybe angry.
Yeah, I was gonna say like she's just angry. She gets like my. I am in the game. Starts flapping her wings like all aggressively, and then just like nothing happened.
Incredible. All right, beautiful. Yeah, so you have seen I'm gonna say that Nyx, you and Lola, you are able to work together, but Nyx, it's very difficult for you to hit these moving targets, especially without. Are you aiming? Are you avoiding people in the crowd, or are you just blasting?
Ooh. I think the people have been telling him to be mindful of of others, right?
I think so. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so he'll be making sure not to hit them.
Okay, awesome. So, with like their quick movement through the crowds and Lola's kind of like not impotent blasts, but like intermittent ones. It's not like a steady stream of sonic energy. It's like a little difficult for you to get a consistent hit on these duplicates, but you do manage to hit one or two of them, finding that they kind of fizzle out. They do appear to be like hard light copies that end up running off. And I'm gonna say that as like you guys are like kind of fighting, like doing this kind of tag team and having this like little bit of an argument, the rest of the Mr. Clippies are able to skedaddle and get away as as a message goes off from the deck of the from like the various outdoor podiums and speakers. Sorry, that was the word that I was looking for. About from an announcement from the captain of the vessel. There is a detour that is going to be happening to avoid the approach of a wild magic storm. Though folks should be ready to shelter inside if need be. Although the detour should avoid that. And with that, I think we're going to go ahead and take our first break.